Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Time for another episode of Inside NHSTRA. I'm your host, Mark Beaudry. Today's episode is brought to you by Cold Fire Industries, LLC, custom fabrication and powder coating located in Brentwood, New Hampshire.
My man.
Reach out to Poggy in 603-703-1568. He keeps half of those New England Dwarf Car Series cars back in shape after these knuckleheads do what they do to them. So today we have Steve Gran.
What's up?
Tommy Chitwood.
What's up?
And Ben Bazowski. What's going on, buddies? What a weekend.
Oh, my God. I'm still tired from it.
I know.
Wild.
I didn't get to bed till like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Can we just
it was
take a
about
minute and reflect? 30, what was it, 35?
No,
35.
36.
No,
Get it?
no. I counted the registrations. It was 35.
35.
Really?
Unless someone snuck in, which is possible.
Yeah, I'm trying
But
to think. I thought it was 36.
I counted them unless I missed one, but
I don't
the
know.
numbers matched up, so it was 35.
Okay, 35. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Still just
35
awesome.
was nuts, man.
Awesome to see that many cars of any kind.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I was expecting, I was going to say around 28, but seeing 35 was pretty cool.
Yeah, Tom's not looking at the screen.
what?
Look at this.
I already get made fun of.
Yes. Never heard of her. That's what I had heard.
Oh.
John Espinette yesterday, man, that guy, and I've never been up in the announcer's booth like with him before. He is crazy.
Here it is. You want an impression?
Okay.
Side by side, whip, whoa.
He's got his phone going. He's watching
That's
race
awesome.
monitor, giving out times. Like, he's on it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
100% on it. And we decided to take over where he usually sits and have the show going so you can hear us in his broadcast and him and ours in the background. But we had a ton of fun up there. So
Believe it or not, it's funny because he's actually the race director for the Dwarf Car
Yes.
Series. And actually, Graham was the one that told me to use them. I'm like, are you sure?
He didn't. Yeah, at first he's like, "No, Steve, I don't know." And I'm like, "Trust me when I tell you," because it was the years of back in the day before you, and John was always behind there, and he was making the calls. I always knew he had an eye for it.
You know,
He's pretty good.
He does a good job. He really
does a good
sees
job.
everything. He does real good. You know, on the other side of the radio, he's letting you know everything that's going on. He does a real good job.
You say that now until you
Yeah.
he makes a
Until he
bad
puts you
call
to the
against
rail.
you.
off the
Yeah.
track.
It's a
Until-
tough job though. That
until I
being
get
a
the
race director, forget it.
What
All right,
happened?
so we're being asked where my trophy is. I was given a trophy yesterday by Mr. Carpenter.
It's there
So-
on the desk.
I don't know what I won to get this trophy, but I'm really liking it. It's going to be like a shot worth.
Yeah.
But I got it right here. It sits on the desk right next to the caveman shirt and magnet up on the trophy behind me. No Milton today. He decided to not come hang out. So sorry, guys. I do want to give a huge shout out, though, to Scotty Blanchard. So we put the call out for GoPros a couple days ago, and my man Scotty came through, hooked us up with another GoPro so we can put another one in circulation out in the cars. So
Good.
Anybody else have any more hanging out that they're not using? Let me know.
Well, actually, Kevin Brown has one.
Yeah,
has
Kevin's
not
got
returned
Caitlin's.
it to Caitlin. Caitlin's looking for it, Kevin.
I had
You're on
somebody
the list,
come up.
Kevin.
I had somebody come up looking for Kevin. Like, where's Kevin? I'm like, Kevin's long gone. He's got a flight in the morning. It's like, oh, he still has Caitlin's GoPro.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where did he go? Where is he
Corporate
off?
gravel meeting or something. What's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on?
Got, some sort of piece of equipment. So, all right. So when the fake boss is away, I sneak into his trailer and
Take his stuff.
borrowed a few Wheelman shirts. So that's what happens when you're out in the last chance qualifier and you leave your trailer alone. You go steal some shirts. So we're going to give away some original Wheelman swag tonight. If you guys want
Thank
to.
God he didn't go into the dwarf car trailer. All my hats and all that stuff were in there. Which
Well,
sold
now I know,
out.
and now he's half the battle. So we'll have dwarf.
We'll
car
keep
stuff
the other
next week.
spot secret.
Yeah.
I already know the other one up on
Oh,
Temple
okay.
Street, so we have
You're on
Wheelman
camera.
swag to give away. So if you guys want to do, Tom needs one. I'll hook Tom up. I do have a box that I stole. So we have a giant box of Wheelman swag.
Did you really?
I have a whole box of it. So, guys, remember, to replace all this swag that I stole from Original Wheelman, you go to originalwheelman.com, use the promo code 50LBS off, 50 pounds off. That gets you 15% on your Original Wheelman order only until the end of the month.
Kevin, that
And 50 pounds off.
That might be fake
Kevin's
news.
a good guy. Does a lot for the sport. We love you, Kevin. I should be crapping on you. I almost slipped there because you're always tough on me, Kevin, but we love you.
Oh, Kevin's the best. He probably just bought some big piece of equipment that's more than we make in a year.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I was so excited to pick on him today, and then now I just have to pick on Grant. It's okay.
That's all right.
It's the same difference.
It's all right.
They're like the same guy.
It's all good.
So nhstra.com/live or 603-321-3684. I have a bunch of simple trivia questions. If you guys studied your schedule and know what is at these tracks, then you could win yourself a
Wait a minute. You're going to be asking us?
No, I'm going to be. We might do other stuff.
Don't
with
even
you
ask
guys.
me my own. I'll forget it.
So I can ask a lot of the
My
people
week's
out
going
here.
on.
Don't ask me about Hudson because I didn't write it this year. You did.
Yes, I did. I still forget the date.
I can't keep my own schedule.
I'll say to Ben, I'm like, oh, you got this there that week? He's like, do we?
That's a
do.
good thing.
I can't remember the dwarf car schedule. I have it taped up in the trailer to know where we're going next week.
All I know is I know right away if I put too much on the schedule. You see Ben, you see that long face, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be
This is gonna be long.
yeah.
So phone is out, guys. So if you guys want to do, as they come in, we'll do trivia. So 603-321-3684, or you can just go to nhstra.com/live and hit connect video, and you can come on screen and see your beautiful face next to these mugs. So, let's get back to Hudson. I was blown away. I showed up early because gates opened at 2. I was like, I'll get there early so I get a good parking spot. Everybody else also had the same idea. So that place was packed.
Well, I think that had to have been the most street stocks for that race.
Absolutely. And
I remember one year we had 30.
yeah, there's never been.
We had 30, but we never had 35.
No. And it kind of caught me. I was expecting at least 28 or so, but 35, man, that was awesome.
Well, honestly, it caught us off guard because usually we'll section off part of the parking lot.
Yeah, we didn't even do
or
that.
outside pits, but we didn't even think about it. And like, oh shit! So
Thank God I ran out with the cones. I went,
yeah.
I'll box off this area that you're like, oh, it's done. And I looked over. I'm like, we can make this work. Put a couple trailers out there,
it
and
was lucky.
hey, we got it done. We did what we had to do, and
Definitely did a good job.
you know
There's a
what
lot of
though?
cars to tangle.
We needed this. The crowd's been a little low for us over there, and we needed some momentum. And now we're going with July 4th weekend, and we're going on the high note with great car count, good crowd. That was awesome.
It's a hot day too, so if we have
God,
that
it
many
was
people
bad.
out there.
Boy,
And if you weren't there yesterday, Steve demoted Ben to pace car driver.
yeah.
I actually demoted myself.
You look like that was the most fun you've ever had at the
That was
track.
the most laps I've pulled on that track for probably close to 5 years.
It was fun. I watched. We broadcasted live. We did a quick little first time trying to broadcast the race. We had 2 little static cameras that weren't working that well.
That
But
was up there.
It went good. It was fun. We had somebody actually hit me up before the end of the race and said I was watching on the NHSTRA site, and I was like, that was the B main. I couldn't miss the main race. So they actually drove down.
No way.
To come hang out and watch the main
That's
race.
awesome.
So
That's the best you could ask for.
Do we have a caller?
not yet. I have a Katie
Bueller?
Buxton on my phone.
You know
On
what,
the
though?
other
You
side,
Even
so.
for all the cars that we had yesterday, that was an amazing race, and it just goes to show the level of talent of drivers that we have in the street stock division.
yeah.
All around New England, it's the best of the best, and the best thing is when it happens at Hudson Speedway, it's a great race. We didn't tour out many race cars.
no.
I mean, your race, forget it, dude.
Yeah,
I had no part of it.
God.
I was out on lap
the
like 4.
dwarf
so-
car race was really rough.
boy.
And I mean, in my opinion, that was probably not one of the. It was one of the roughest, but not. I think Tom here has the roughest
Yeah,
one
as well.
from at
Yeah, he's got some
Riverside.
tough luck.
believe I can fly.
Oh my god, yeah. Was it Harwood Chitwood show?
It was
We're gonna call it.
the Tom Chitwood
Tom
show.
Chitwood
Yeah.
show. Oh
One
my
thing
God.
I've noticed though out of you, Tom, is it seems like you drive your dwarf car different than everybody else. Like I don't know if you come harder through the corners, or you're more sideways or something. Is it in the setup? You're like a loose car. Or
It's a very different car, and it takes.
All right, we got a guest. I can't
didn't
see
do
who.
it,
I think
right?
I can see who it is.
It
but
takes
I
a
don't
it takes a
know.
little bit different style to drive it.
yeah, I like I like that style.
Oh, look at this guy.
Look at this.
Oh, there he is,
that.
side by side. Whoa.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Hello,
Hanging.
Mr. Race Director.
Is he on here for a quiz?
Are you calling to do trivia?
Let's do it.
Oh Jesus.
All right, now I got to get ones that he doesn't know because he's probably
Yeah, trick him
collectively-
good.
He probably knows the
Knows
Hudson
everything about
schedule and the
Hudson.
dwarf car schedule than both of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so What is the banking at Hudson Speedway?
Oh God, I don't even know that one.
You got to get 3 out of 5 correct.
16 degrees.
You are incorrect.
18 degrees.
You only get one guess, so and that was wrong as well too. Who is the sponsor of the Pro Stocks at Lee USA Speedway?
The Rodfather, Les Sanborn.
You got
He
it.
is 1 for 2.
That was easy.
Well, I kind of like the guy.
Shut up, Steve.
All right.
Nice job yesterday, John.
You
too,
will
by
know
the
who
way.
that. All right. So, who built Hudson Speedway?
Oh wow.
Charlie Elliott.
Nope.
No.
Incorrect.
Nope.
You need to get the next.
I
two
even
right.
knew that one.
You need to get the next 2 right in order to win yourself a Wheelman shirt.
Never mind. I'll tell you after.
How big is the track at Hudson Speedway?
Oh, come on.
Quarter mile.
You got one more, and you get to win yourself a Wheelman shirt.
Don't make it easy for
Yeah,
him.
get a good.
Oh, I'm
No,
gonna
make
lose him
it
right
easy
here.
for me. Make it easy for me. I like this.
All right, so I'll save that one for after. I know one you don't know, so I can make you lose right now.
Oh boy.
This group of racers ran Claremont Motorsports Park from 1980 to 1985.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's got you. If he gets this
If you
right,
get it,
I'll
you
throw
deserve a
20
shirt.
on you.
Wait, can you give him a hint?
The first,
You want to phone a friend?
I'll stand up for John. Can you give him a hint? Fenders or no fenders?
so these were everybody. So this is a group. When Sonny Fleury decided he was done racing at the track, another group stepped up and ran the track. So those are initials. C-O. Yeah, I can't give you any more than that. So you have 2. C and O.
C-O.
And it's 4 letters. And people
4
in chat
letters.
already know it. So
Don't look at your phone. Keep looking at the road. Get off the phone. You're cheating, John.
and 5, 4.
I'm not. I
3.
don't know it.
Take a guess.
CO.
Just throw a name, dude.
Cars in New England.
Nope.
Lost it.
This is the best part. I always love doing this. So what are you doing later? And they hang up on them.
Bye, John.
Yeah, you already have people in chat who know this. So talk amongst yourselves for a minute, guys.
Well,
I gotta figure
absolutely.
something out.
The one that who built Hudson.
Don't give that because we're gonna ask somebody else.
Oh, didn't he show up last year? He showed up to the track.
Oh, hold on a minute. Is the question who sanctioned the building or who actually physically built it?
The one that you told me to write down. This is a question. This is an answer you gave me.
Is it?
Oh, shit. No, well, that's
No,
just-
it can't be the.
All right, hold on. I can do this. Hold on.
Can you mute us? Okay.
Oh, really?
I can mute and talk to Ben in his headphones. So
he's the one that sanctioned it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought it was. Oh, I don't want to give it away because
because somebody else is gonna guess. So I'm just trying to get some information on something else.
I could give everyone a giant hint, but I don't think they're going to turn on their TVs and watch whatever.
Don't give them a hint.
I'm not.
You
All right,
told us
I
and
do
still
want
don't know who it
to-
is, so.
Somebody
I
will
thought
get it.
was, they're on the back. They're on a billboard on our back. I thought it was the red billboard.
No.
You know who I'm talking about.
No, okay. They owned
4-letter
it.
word at the end.
They owned it.
Nope.
Before Charlie Elliott.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
I do want to throw a big shout out to your next race because you guys are off this coming weekend.
Yes.
So I want to make this next race as big as this street stock race was. So you have the DeCourcy Memorial Stand Up to Cancer 6-shooter twin 20s, guys.
Yes. That's Jeremy was a big part of racing. Me and Ben, actually, I beat Ben in the go-kart race at, what was that?
NH1.
Next one, yeah.
I think Ben gave it to me. He was a little...
I'm not gonna. I don't want to steal your thunder, Steve. But
I know.
I did.
Yeah.
I blocked for you.
You did.
Jeff Ramsdale.
Jeff
was on the back of my
Ramsdale,
bumper,
yes.
just screaming at me, and I'm like, nope.
And it was funny though. It was funny because I said it to you. I go, "Don't take me out, Ben," and like I didn't think I was gonna be in it, but I actually had a cheat. I'm gonna say this: I knew the fast cart, and I got put into the fast cart. It was number 17. I go, "Put me in the 17."
Cheater.
They
They
told-
cheated it up. Oh yeah. Hey, listen, I learned from the best of races. They're all cheaters.
Hey, it's all right. He still had the cheated up cart, but I was still I could have passed him.
Yeah,
He left a bunch of corners open. I'm like, I could dive right in there and get by him. But I'm like, you know what?
He gave me the win.
The flag man deserves a win.
Yeah.
So trust me.
Thanks,
we
Ben.
were teammates, and I was.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were. Thanks, Ben.
So let's get this DeCourcy Memorial
Yes.
as big as the street
He
stock
put that
race
If you
on.
have a
yesterday,
6-shooter, you
so
should be there. There are no excuses.
There's no reason.
No.
Just show up.
Yeah.
You have Ryan Nelson in chat saying Jeremy's the reason that he is still racing.
I believe it.
So
And
that's
Jeremy was the type of guy where I had a flat tire in Claremont not long ago.
I remember this.
And he called me and was all the way down here. He would have done that for anybody. He would.
anyone.
He was going to come. I go, Jeremy, I'm not going to send you 3 hours to come get me. But that's what type of person he was. So let's make this big for him. Get out there. Bring your car. There's no excuse. You know, you got to take care of the races, and he was one of them. Bring him.
And it's going to be a
Hudson.
huge. It's going
We
to be a
need it.
huge 6-shooter race. So
Yes.
every race fan should be there.
They're still
They
Absolutely.
put on an amazing
donations.
show. So
Still
you should be
accepting
watching.
donations for this race as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone want to sponsor it? Please feel free to reach out. We'd be more than glad. Let's get something
I
done.
do have a Wheelman shirt and sticker for the winner as well. So let's put
Perfect.
that up as well. Don't you love how I just give out
No,
Kevin
okay.
Brown stuff? So
That's great.
Literally,
going for a good cause.
literally stole all of his shirts in the truck yesterday. So
Hope he's
I
on,
love it.
hope he's on a plane.
I
watching
want
this.
one.
He's actually watching right now
Good.
because I think he just
Kevin
landed.
Brown.
Downtown Kevin Brown was kicking some butt yesterday. That's for sure.
Did he pull off on
In
like
the B main.
Lap
He did.
lap
Yeah, he
5
did.
In the B main.
He was in the B main.
In the
so-
B main, yeah.
So yeah, he unfortunately he said he had the most fun racing in the B main.
He did
and he
a
just
heck
could
of a
not
job.
back off, and he said, "I burnt my tires out."
On the top,
completely.
he made the top work, and that's tough to do. Even in 1 and 2, that's really tough to do in 1 and 2, and he didn't lose that much.
He was better in 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
If he would have tucked in and then come out in 3 and 4, I think he would have fared a little better. So
That was the outside just wasn't. I think the heat just had
That was
it.
tough.
The,
It was
the-
really,
the-
really
the
tough.
heat just melted that track.
1 and 2 was real bad. Like you had that Hudson when you go in and the thing just doesn't turn.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was doing every time in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So
speaking of that, dwarf cars, where'd you launch yours yesterday?
So I started on the pole. Should have, just been able to walk away, but ran out of talent.
Dude, yeah, you are lightning fast though, boy.
No,
you
no,
were
no, no,
gone.
no. Let's not cut yourself short. You didn't run out of town. The car ran out.
Axel
It's
did.
been the,
It
it's
just
been
said
the
nope.
story of the year. Show up and be a top 5 car every week in practice, and then just break in some way.
The way you drive that, your driving style, I think it's the best. It's the funnest to watch as
Thank
a
you.
fan. You see you coming off sideways, throwing it
Yeah.
in there.
guys are
It's fun to
nuts.
watch. It's really fun to
All
watch.
the other guys call it the 29 hop. The back of the car just hops and bounces around.
Yeah, you're all over the place. I love it though. The way you run it,
Yep.
it's
Well,
fun to watch.
And honestly, I think that the tires definitely help you out because I remember watching you guys on the Hoosiers.
Yeah.
And you just go, wee! They look like tops.
Yeah, we wouldn't be
I
able
like
to hang
that.
on. So no, the American Racer tire is definitely the way to go. I'm glad you were able to get that through because it makes it way more competitive for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You would have had probably twice the amount of cars. I mean, was there a lot of cars that actually spun out alone yesterday?
A
Couple?
A couple
No,
did. A couple did. A
with this-
couple did.
with
But,
this-
honestly, I think it was just the track conditions.
Yeah, it was so slick yesterday that
Yeah.
to only have a couple is not bad.
Well,
You
if
guys
want-
had
if-
super clean heat races, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is gonna fly." And then the feature went. I was like, "Whoa, never mind."
And then Jimmy Ryder flew.
Oh my God, yes.
Glad he's
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that
glad
was
he's okay. That was a tough hit.
I didn't even watch. I was in the pace car when it happened, and
I was at the trailer loading it and I heard it. I was
I
like,
was
oh, no.
announcing that, and I went completely silent. Guy was like, "Oh boy, that went in there heavy." And
I heard it.
let me tell you,
I saw the
Jimmy
video.
Fryer
Harmon
was
posted a
flying.
video.
He was still in the air when he said when he hit the wall.
ugh.
He was.
It was
That is nuts.
it's
He
tough.
was.
Tough. Like that car is pretty bent. To see how far back it's bent just shows how bad the impact was. So.
I didn't see the car.
Yeah, it's bad.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It was a rough hit. I thought he was leaving in the ambulance after that one.
I think a lot of us all did.
He walked by me, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute,
He walked into the trailer, and I'm
that's nuts."
I figured he'd be in the ambulance right now, but that's
They made his way over. They made their way over. to him.
I ran down from up top announcing, ran down, checked on him, and I go, "Hey, you all right?" Yeah. He goes, "Yeah." Except for I wanted that trophy so bad. That's the only thing he was worried about was getting that trophy.
Justin
Jimmy
Harris
Ryder.
says that car is destroyed. when
Yes,
he was
100%,
down, so.
yeah.
It's
me and
gone.
Poggy were looking at it to try to see. Poggy's been doing a little bit of chassis work for Dwayne, and that was one of his cars. We were trying to see if that was going to be savable, and if it is, it's going to be a lot of cutting in places that you shouldn't be cutting.
I
so.
still get that white car. If
Yeah.
if Dwayne wants, I'll cut him a deal on it. I'll just
Speaking of Poggy,
Yeah.
This episode's brought to you by Cold Fire Industries, LLC, custom fabrication and powder coating located in Brentwood, New Hampshire. Give him a call at 603-703-1568.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have a lot of people ask what it takes to be sponsored here. It's called pizza.
Yeah.
So you give us $50, and
Fat
that buys
guys,
us 3
we
pizzas.
love-
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you
Trust
are
me.
our sponsor for the night.
I slugged down 3 slices. I'm going ready
Steve
for a
ate
few more.
90% of the cheese pizza himself.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I had a pretty good dent in that too.
Yeah.
I got here and was starving.
Or
I
candy.
haven't eaten that in
any,
2 days.
Any sort of chocolate, that's my favorite. So,
I felt bad because he did sponsor tonight's event, and then he completely skyrocketed the motor in his car.
Yeah, that's a big hole in the side of it.
And he looks at me and says, I used to have enough money to fix it, but I sponsored you for tomorrow.
Well, thanks. Thank you, bud.
Yeah, that one had a big old hole.
Oh,
that was
Jesus.
tough.
So from what I've understood, I'm new to the Poggy Club. Like, I haven't known him all that long, but he's super cool. Like,
He
he
is.
seems like he helps everybody out.
He wants to help everybody be at the racetrack every weekend. He's just like Ben. He wants to see race cars on the racetrack, and any way he can help, he does it.
I hear a lot of people say Coal Fire Industries.
And not only does he want to help, he's really, really good at what he does. He's a smart cookie with chassis stuff.
He does a lot on your car, too,
Oh,
correct?
yeah, my car fully is that's him. I just wheel it.
You see how fast that thing goes.
Yeah,
so.
he does everything. I just hang on. So,
There's a lot of fun Poggy stuff going on in chat right now.
oh, I
so.
can piggy with an O. I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff.
He'll build you a car for butts and a handshake. He works for free. Cold Fire free chassis works. a lot of fun going on in there.
I'm sure Justin's.
That's
yeah.
one of those is him. So, gonna get to our wheel of the week. This week, I mean, we've kind of denied him it for a couple weeks in a row. Ran into him last night at Hudson. Was not racing, but ran into him, and I was like, hold on a minute, I got something for you. You won wheel of the week. I don't want to have to get it to Claremont for you. He's like, I was wondering how many I'd have to win to get this. So you can't deny it
There he
anymore.
is.
Radical Ricky Bly.
Radical Ricky Bly. What a
Dude is on rails. Got that car figured out. I mean, count those win stickers.
Oh, my
between
God.
him, between him and
can't
David
count that high.
Greenslit, they like own stock in those stickers.
Yeah.
David ran out of room on his, and they're all on his inside now.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
on his correct interior tin work.
Yes.
So, Radical Ricky Bly, I believe, 7 wins so far on the season. Car is just domination, just unbelievable. And he's helping a ton of people out. Came down to Hudson just to hang out and watch racing last night. So, Radical Ricky Bly, wheel of the week, got himself his sticker last night. Pretty sure his daughter stole it before they hit the
Nice.
parking lot. So,
I don't know. He's getting all those wins at Claremont, but can he come down to Hudson and do it?
he told me Hudson's his favorite track to race at.
Is it really? Yeah,
loves it.
he
And
told me that too.
I think he could. 100%.
I know. Every time he came down, he won.
yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he's
I
good.
know.
Every
I know.
time he came down and won.
Our first time we went to Claremont, I went with my stupid little front wheel drive car. And not that I'm crapping on them, I just didn't like them. But I went up to him and I said, man, I didn't know him for a hole in the wall. I had met him from Canaan years ago. And I said, Ricky, how do I get around this place? And he said, well, you're going to go down the front stretch and you're going to want to turn into turn 1. And I said, okay. And he said, don't. And I went, okay. He said, drive it 5 more cars and then turn. And I said, well, okay. And I went out there for the first couple, first time being at the racetrack, I was competitive. So, he's willing to help anybody, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, back before, so he's in that late model sportsman, but he used to be in the street stocks. Well, he used to be super streets, but he dominated back in the day in the mini stocks. He used to have a little Scirocco, and that car just won everywhere. I believe it became, I can't remember who bought it. I can never pronounce his name. Boucher,
Eric?
No, the one who did the flying dive at Claremont during the enduro race a couple weeks ago and took the guy off the hood of the car. I believe it was that old Scirocco, if I remember correctly. I love car lineage, so I try to figure out what was from where and stuff.
Right.
But I believe it was one of them. I can never pronounce that name correctly. We do have Kevin's original Wheelman shirts on the line if we get another trivia caller, guys. I'll put that number back.
Oh,
up
by the
there.
way, King of the Hill Enduro this Friday. I don't know if you had it on there.
I
say
do,
that.
yes.
Oh,
You
I
cut
ruined
ahead of
it.
me, so.
Damn it.
We're going to roll right in here to Claremont Motorsports Park, LaValle Building Supply, Pure Stocks, Aiden White, Cody Sabins, and Andrea Santamar. Congratulations, Andrea. Like, I know, Andrea, that's right, because I pronounced it wrong once before. So congratulations to you, kicking butt out there. I believe that's her first podium, maybe. I'm not 100% positive. So Avery Insurance 6 shooters. We have Andrew Scott, Robert Shaw, followed by Steve Miller. In-City Sugar Shack Mini Stocks. Nick Hool. He's got that car figured out now, so that's 2 on the season for him, so
That's 2 for him,
congratulations.
Oh, he's worked hard on that.
Yep.
He's had some bad luck with it so far, so it's good to get some. And I always love the response you get. So I was talking to him. He's like, yeah, it's okay. And then he wins 2 in a row, and he puts on Facebook, he's like, car's still not running right. I'm like, you just won 2 in a row. It's like, come on.
He's a good guy, too.
Followed by Sean Lantis and Wayne Kendall. 103 Auto Heads Up Motorsports late models. As we just said, the radical one, Ricky Bly, followed by Ben Poland and Cody Schoolcraft, who is done with street stocks, I was told, and he's now full-time in that late model sportsman. So
good for him.
we'll see how that goes as well. 602 Dirt Mods, Tim LeDuc, Marty Kelly, and Jeff Parker. Congratulations, guys, on your podium finishes.
That'd be cool to get those guys over there.
You know what? You just stole the words right out of my
That'd be cool
mouth.
because I
Remember the one that came for the hugger?
Yeah, Jim Boardman.
That
He
thing was
had one.
awesome.
Dude, I tried. He actually has 2 of those. I tried to weasel in one of those. Now, bear in mind, I don't do well in tight spaces. I just don't. And I almost had a panic attack.
Explains
when
why
I
you
got
wrecked.
stuck.
That's what explains why you wrecked the dwarf car.
Exactly.
So why don't we try to? Why don't we try one?
You have a guy that
Got
drives up
nothing
from
to lose.
Pennsylvania to race that.
Reach out, guys.
Every time they race, he comes up from just outside of, I believe it was Pittsburgh.
Oh, no
6.5 hour drive.
I say that's why I picked up that dwarf car. And that was like 6.5 hours.
See, you could have picked up a 602
Oh, yeah.
dirt mod.
Yeah, like I need one of those.
Yeah, seriously
We're
though,
gonna get
reach
done.
out,
He's like,
guys.
huh,
If you
maybe I
want to
will.
race Hudson and those, I'd love to have them over there. I
That'd be
think
cool.
that'd
Like
be
I said,
cool.
because Jim said he goes, I was trying to drive like not like a dirt car, and then I just drove like a dirt car and went faster that way.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
He came into the corner almost sideways, and
Sideways.
then just aimed it
Oh.
and just shot.
I remember
was
watching
awesome
it. I'm
to
like,
watch.
he's wheeling it just like a dirt track.
Oh, yeah. It was
so
awesome.
much fun to watch.
So Claremont Motorsports Park, Friday, July 1st, 7:30 p.m. Fireworks. La Valley Building Supply, Pure Stocks, the 6 shooters, the In-City Sugar Shack Mini Stocks, the 103 Auto Heads Up Motorsports Late Model Sportsman, Nell Car Legends and Bandoleros, and the NHSTRA King of the Hill Enduro.
That's right. Back on. I'll be up there for that.
Now, there's another race you're not going to want to miss. So if you like the street stock action that we had at Hudson International Speedway yesterday, Richard Tatro Memorial, R.E. Hinckley, street stocks going extra distance, 73 laps, support of a great man. So let's get that division filled out there. We got to have it like 32. We can't have them beat Hudson. So 30, we'll allow you 32.
I'll
That's
even
all
go
you get.
33.
33, yes. We can't get
33,
that
I was
buffer
gonna say
line.
30.
Oh, Steve's
right.
initial 28. That's gonna...
We'll allow 30 of you guys to go race there. We can't have that thing beat. So, yeah, I'm being told just outside of Philly that guy comes up with that dirt mod.
Wow, that's awesome.
insane. That's cool.
Oh, Katie Buxton's not going to be there, so you're in charge of all scoring.
Oh, gee. Hey, Katie, where's the remote for that? I think I'm going to need that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So
Hey, thanks. You're on the list this week.
Lee did not race this week, so we do not have any results from them. But Lee USA Speedway, guys, return of the Pro Stocks as a weekly division, first time in 20 years.
That is
Check
amazing.
this out, guys. This is as of right now. Look at that list of guys. You're not going to find a better list. Do you see who the number 10 is who just signed up? Katie Ree?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Kruzak is in there.
I got chills just talking about this. This is what I grew up watching.
Jeremy Davis, Frankie Eldridge. Look at these
This
names.
is awesome.
I've always wanted to drive a pro stock.
Yeah.
You ever drove one, Ben?
I never drove one.
You absolutely
Ben Bazowski's looking for a ride.
No.
There he
no,
is.
No,
could. Ben, what happens every time you race at Lee?
I wreck.
Yeah, that's
That's why.
Hey, who do we have on the line?
Yeah, it's me.
oh, it's Harmon.
You can hear him in the background. You got that.
Harmon, turn down
Turn
the
your radio
This
down,
is like
Harmon.
this is the old days. Turn down your radio. Would you like to play trivia, Harmon?
Yeah, sure.
You don't sound
I
excited.
don't sound too enthused.
Yeah, you don't sound enthused at all.
Don't screw it up.
I probably don't know the answers.
Oh, you know it, Andrew. I'll help you out, buddy.
Who is
No.
the sponsor of
like
the
it.
Ridge Runner division at Lee and Hudson Speedway?
You got
year?
this. Come on now.
Black Flag Podcast.
There you go.
Yet you have to say that slow. You have to say it the Black Flagged Podcast. Otherwise, you say it incorrectly.
Harmon's used to getting black flagged.
That's
Yeah, I don't-
that's an easy one. I know he is too.
Oh, what does NHSTRA stand for?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
New Hampshire Short Track Racing Association.
All right, that is correct as well. You get one more and you get it. So this one might throw you off. All right. Who is sponsoring the Firecracker $100 $3,000 to win race at Monadnock Speedway this coming weekend for the NHSTRA Modifieds?
I'd love to help
Apex
you. I
Racing?
can't.
You just won, buddy.
Wait, who was
What did
it?
he get?
Apex Racing.
Nice.
You just got it.
Wow.
I had
Harmon,
no
would
idea.
you like blue or black shirt?
Blue.
All right, Kevin, your stolen blue shirt has been claimed by Andrew Harmon. We'll sit it over there. And we'll sit it in Milty's spot. So now we have a black shirt left. So, Harmon, awesome. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks. You can give it to Tom. I'll get it from him.
Nice.
I will do that. Have a good one,
I
buddy.
hear the baby in the background. Say hi for me.
I'll make sure I wear it
I
Saturday.
will.
Yeah, he'll wear it and give it to you then.
Friday. We're going to Lee Friday.
Oh,
Tom.
that's true. Yeah. Damn, I keep forgetting that.
Thank you, Harmon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Harmon just won himself a stolen original Wheelman shirt.
Win
I
stolen goods here at the Inside NHSTRA.
Come on now.
We
Got to do something. So,
national
Lee USA Speedway, like we said, return of the Pro Stocks as a weekly division, first time in 20 years. They are also having fireworks this Saturday, July. Do I have that wrong? That should be Friday, shouldn't it? Friday, July 1st, 7 p.m. They have the MLM Diagnostics Pier Stocks, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Six Shooters, the Black Flagged Podcast Ridge Runners, the Northeast Sand and Gravel Street Stocks, and the Rodfather Pro Stocks. Guys, double 40-lap features. So Original Wheelman has put up $200 to the Fast Qualifier. They're going to run a fan invert pulled from the fans. They're going to invert that Fast Qualifier. You're running 40 laps, and then they're inverting the field and running another 40.
I don't know. The pro stocks that they're running, are they the crate mod ones or are they the open motor ones?
I think that they're crate.
The crate.
That I'm not 100% positive.
I'm not sure,
of.
but I think it's based off of like a Granite State rule.
Okay.
I believe. I could be wrong. Don't all the pro stock guys don't hate me, but I
I'm
think
being
that's
told
what they're-
party in the beer tent. You buy the beer, we'll bring the cookies.
So I
I will be there.
I want to know who's
I
your
have
pick.
to.
Bring that list back up again.
The list is right
Who are
here.
you picking?
Let's see here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Frankie Eldridge.
It's a good pick. He knows the racetrack.
He knows that.
I'm going to go Brian Kruzak.
Yeah, I was gonna go that one too.
I think
Okay, not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna choose Bobby Frappia because he test drove that thing at Hudson, and that thing he didn't even let off. He just kept. He was flat footed around the whole track, and I'm like, what the hell happened?
Really?
His car was insanely fast, and everyone because he was there for practice, everyone knew it. Like, what did you do to this? It was actually a Zoe late model.
Yeah, he
that
converted it
to
yeah.
a pro stock. So
I think it was a pro stock before.
yeah, I think
And
it was.
then
They
they
converted
converted it,
back.
yeah.
And honestly, his old man Pete is one hell of a fabricator.
Yeah.
All right, who's your pick, Tom?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that Kruzak and JD are going to have a heck of a fight.
All right, so now nobody picked Bill Helliwell, so you know he's going to put the old bumper to
yeah,
everybody.
Jeremy
Go.
Davis
put it
is
this way.
on that list.
Oh, I didn't even see Jeremy
Yeah,
Davis.
I know.
JD's good at Lee. That's his baby.
So honestly, whatever you do not piss off Bill Helliwell. I've seen him rip off an MSD box in the infield of Hudson once.
I heard like we had a phone call.
We did, and it went off.
Ah,
It looked like it was Ryan Nelson.
Is he calling back?
Call back, Ryan.
Let's pull up. Let's see who this is. I can't tell until we get him up on the screen.
Oh,
Who is this?
Ziggy.
There we go. Okay. That's a,
There
all
he is.
right. Would you like to play trivia for the Black Stolen? This is my favorite one. This one right here is the original Wheelman cigar shirt. That's one of my favorite
I'm
ones.
going to
right
fail
there.
miserably, but yeah, sure.
What track do you know the best? I'll help you out.
Kanan.
Yep.
I raced at Canaan once and they black flagged me. It was back
I never been to Canaan.
03,
was
I
I.
think. They was like, yeah, take
Yes.
that thing off the track.
Ziggy, when did you win the championship?
04 and 05.
Nice.
You live, so if I remember right, don't you live up in like Canterbury area?
I do.
I remember back in the day, I was delivering stuff up in Canterbury, and I'm like going down this back road, and all of a sudden I just see a bunch of old Pro Stock panels sitting on the side of a driveway out in the middle of nowheres. And I remember saying something to Ernie Boudreaux. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's Zig Gino's house." I was like, "Oh, okay, okay, makes sense." If you have any of those panels hanging around, we have some bare spots right back here.
I was just looking at your bare spots. I not only panels, but I got some collectible stuff too.
That sounds good.
I
We're
can
building a
donate.
brand new studio right
That's
now.
it.
so-
No, we're building a brand new one across the hall.
All right. So, what is the name of the historic fall event that happens at Lee USA Speedway every year?
Oktoberfest.
That is correct.
No, it's
Ding, ding, ding.
Rectoberfest.
Rectoberfest,
For me, it's
only when-
Rectoberfest.
When Ben
The
Bazowski is
fiberglass
racing.
100.
All right. Who sponsors the mini stocks at Claremont Motorsports Park?
Oh.
I just said them
Yes, he
35 seconds
did.
ago.
You did?
I did.
So is
when
how much
gave
I
the
was paying
result.
attention. I have no idea.
That would be. Oh, I can't give it because we can use that
Yeah.
for the next one.
Yeah.
Use it for the next one.
This MRN broadcaster was once the voice of Lee USA Speedway.
MRN broadcaster. Moody was up north.
Yep. Do you want to go with that for your answer?
I mean,
Sure, let's go with that.
You are correct. Why change?
He
when you
taught,
already
I
had
didn't
it,
know he
so.
announced it, Lee.
He was.
didn't
That's
know he
right on the
announced it, Lee.
website.
Really? I didn't know that.
So according to that's a Joe Bassett question. So then it's right on their
Okay.
website.
So
So
it's definitely wrong this week.
there's a Joe's texting me as we speak. So his pick is Brandon Barker. I didn't see him on that list, so maybe that's an addition. So
If he's there, that's a good pick too.
all right, you have one more question, and then you get that shirt. And if you don't get this one, I'm just going to hang up on you because this is everybody should know this one.
That's fair.
This legend of New England racing is simply known as the Ghost.
The Goshen Ghost would be
That would
Punky
be correct.
Karen.
Who is that?
Punky Karen.
You got it, man. I have a cigar shirt right here for you. Where are you going to be
Nice.
next so I can get this to you?
Give it to Tom. And
I got,
Tom, you gotta
I got all my
deliver.
help calling in. This is great.
Right?
Tom's got two wheelman shirts now. He's not going to give up.
Perfect. I got everything. I got a whole wardrobe now.
Are you going to get back into a car anytime soon?
As long as we can
I'm
get a motor in the other one.
yeah, right. Depends on if Poggy puts the 92 back together. or
See, I
not.
grew
We'll
up,
get it- we'll get
I
it
grew
back
up
together.
watching him race. So, like, this was back in the day.
I got an awesome picture with me, him, and Donnie Lashwood together just laughing. And it's one of my
I love
favorite
that picture.
pictures. I love that photo. It's one of my
it's
favorites.
a great photo. Yeah, selling my Pro Stock was probably my biggest mistake ever, but Poggy and Tom have given me the opportunity to wheel that other dwarf car, and they're great fun.
Poggy says it will be back. He's in chat right now.
Good.
I don't know. After
There you
seeing how
go.
fast those things were flying at Hudson yesterday, it went from me wanting to drive one to like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get into a pure
Just
stock or something.
you should come to Riverside, and we'll just convince you not to even show up.
Well, the problem is Riverside. You guys always race at Riverside when I have races that I have to go
That's
to
just-
other
that's
places.
true.
So
Yeah, when is
Next
the
year.
next race?
Next race is Monadnock.
2 weeks,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 weeks.
and I'm not
With-
there.
with
I'm at
luck-
Claremont
with
that
luck-
weekend.
With luck, I'll get my car ready. So who knows?
Oh, there we go. All right, Zig, awesome. Thanks for playing, and you got yourself
Thanks for
an
having me.
original wheelman shirt. I think I have some more stolen ones. So if other people, I may or may not have like 16 more of them in the backseat of my car.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'll also hook you up with. I'll give you your choice to Harmon and you. Would you like an original wheelman sticker, or would you like a Derek Griffith signed inside NHS TRA sticker?
I'll take the NHS TRA sticker.
Awesome. All right, I'll hook you guys up with them as well.
All
So
right.
thanks for playing. I can't wait to see you back on the track, man.
See you, Ziggy.
I look forward to it. See you guys.
See you, man.
See you later.
Take it easy.
That's cool because I grew up watching him back in the day. In
Me
the pro
too, and
stocks.
now
It's
it's-
like amazing.
He hit Poggy up last year without even saying anything to me, and I, worked with Jeremy at Canaan for all those years, and he was just a great guy. He was a good guy to race against. He was a good guy to talk to in the pit area, and
Herman's watching the chat. He's like, I want the Derek Griffith sticker.
so he hit up Poggy, and he was like, Poggy asked me. So Poggy doesn't have a huge racing background beyond like 4 or probably 6 years ago.
That's nuts.
He doesn't have a huge. He came along when maybe it's closer to 8 years ago, but he came along when I was working for Jeremy. He came up and helped, and learned way more than I did in a year after working with Jeremy for 5 years. So he did all that and figured out all the stuff. And so he gets this, Scott Gino text message, hey, I'd like to rent your car. And he's like, what do you think of this guy? I said, put him in it now. Just do it now. That's the guy you want. Like we don't need, that's a good guy to have in it. He can give you feedback. That's what you need. So I'm glad to have Ziggy.
That's cool that he's a part of you guys' crew. That's
it's
amazing.
It's so
like
cool.
I said, grew up watching. You used to have him, Mike Baruso.
Yeah.
You had all those legends that they took off from Claremont and all ran up at Canaan.
Yep.
Canaan was a cool track. Have you ever raced up there?
No, I'm so mad I didn't. They converted it over before I got back in.
They used to have a flag pole, a light pole that sat right at the beginning of turn 1 on the left side of the wall.
Oh, really?
So it was in the track.
It was in the racetrack?
It had gotten hit so many times. Like I watched one day Matt Pepin launch Mike Baruso off the turn 3 embankment down over towards Tech. And I was just like, whoa. And that was back when Baruso was running the track with Les Gord. So
nice.
That went over like a fart in church, I'm assuming, down in Tech later that day.
Sounds like Matty.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Poggy, so if he hasn't been in it that long, he kind of reminds me of Brian Roby, who's just like right out of nowhere is like, I'm going to buy a modified. And now he's like tearing up modified racing. Like unbelievable. Some people, you either got it or you don't. I know I don't. That's why I talk about racing instead of racing.
He understands how to make race cars work, and not just dwarf cars. I mean, we build our dwarf cars very similar to a super late model pro stock. That's the only thing we know, so that's what we did. And he understands how to make those cars work. And now he's working on Justin's. We're all working on Justin's modified now. And he's picking that up real quick too. I mean,
those things scare me.
He's stupid smart. Those
super mods.
350s. Oh yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
So on the flag stand, those things whip underneath you. The wind is unbelievable. It actually took one of my flags when flying and landed on turn 1. Ruined my flag. I kept it green.
Nuts,
I'm
man.
like, oh boy.
Well, especially at Hudson because the flag stand isn't that high off the ground, and those wings are tall. So when we were putting in the caution lights,
that's nuts.
I called Bobby Timms and go, hey, can you just measure like the tip of your wing, how tall it is? Because I wanted to make sure if they ever got real close to the wall that they don't rip the lights off.
So maybe somebody can help me out because I've tried getting Timmons on this show. So if somebody is friendly with him, I would like to have him come
I can get him on the show.
All right, so Ben, do your magic. Also, I've heard a rumor that an ARCA driver will be, Xfinity driver now will be hanging out with us again soon.
Yes,
so
yes.
I will make him sign another batch of stickers. Every time he comes in, I'm like, sign those.
I was supposed to
he'll be
get
in
one
soon.
of those.
We got to get him. Yeah, Bobby Timmons, come on the show. I know he's part of the Black Flagged podcast.
We just get all the Black Flag guys.
I've tried. I've sent
I could get them over there. Trust me.
I tried getting them to come.
Between Charlie, Bobby, and
offer free adult beverages, and they'll be here. I guarantee.
I tried, and then it was just like, nope,
Trust me,
nope.
Brad's a nice guy. I bet you I could probably say, hey, look, what do I got to do to get you on?
That mustache he's got going on is nuts.
Oh yeah,
I think's crazy.
All right, real quick, let's get into the dog. We have Young Guns, Addison Brooks, Owen Zielinski, and Marcus O'Neill.
Oh, that's the bug.
Dude,
that
thing
car.
is
I love that bug, and it's got a 29 on it, which makes it way better.
So starting, I believe that's Addison Brooks. So from when she first started to right now, it's just you see what this youth division, Young Guns, is actually made for because she is a little wheel man. Watching her, she just want to wheel. No, wheel man is a verb. So Kevin Brown helped me out with this. So
all right.
That drove by us our first week at Monadnock, and it drove by. I've always wanted a bug.
I love that thing.
And it drove by. It was orange with a 29. I'm like, well, that's the one.
That's going to win right there.
Yeah.
We have the Pure Stocks, Kyle Boniface, Chris Davis, and Kyle Robinson Newell. Mini Stocks, Cameron Sontag, followed by Gordon Farnham and Christopher Sontag. Late model sportsman, Justin Littlewood, Ryan Bell, and Cole Littlewood. Speaking of Cole Littlewood, jumping in Jimmy D's. I don't even know what that thing actually is.
It's actually more of a
Pro V8.
Pro V8 Enduro.
And almost qualified that thing.
Close.
Very close.
We'll
Very,
talk
very
about that
close.
more in a minute. I got to get to talking about that one a little bit more. We have the late model. So that's the NHSTRA modifieds. Ben Byrne, Nathan Wenzel, and Scotty
Mack.
Like to see
guy.
him back there.
yeah.
That beard is epic on
Burn?
Ben Byrne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
on there.
That's a good one, man. And now we have, and I have them all right there. Sorry, I already gone through them. I thought I missed
right.
one. So This week, Monadnock Apex Racing Firecracker 100, $3,000 to win. That is the NHSTRA modified Quest for the Cup. I will be there. I have a ton of stolen original Wheelman stickers, and I have more shirts. So this is why I'm so happy Kevin called in. Basically, he couldn't come today because I can give away all the Wheelman stuff I want.
And the best part is, I can say, if you have an original Wheelman sticker on your car, you get a free gravel load of whatever you want.
Yeah, just
And
bring
you
it.
can't say anything.
Yeah, bring it right there. We usually
That's
get
right.
what's this? This isn't working. What's
Yeah.
going on here? I don't know.
You guys all heard
Worked.
it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I heard it.
that
Heard it.
clear
So
as
he's
day.
lying half the time.
I saw it on the internet. Everything on the internet's true.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will be there. I will be handing out stuff. We're also going to do a little more of what we attempted to do at Hudson this week. So we will be broadcasting live from the top of the beer garden. So it's going to be, as of right now, me, Jeff Zeidema, and Joe Bassett. And we have a fourth mic that's going to be
Jeff
kinda,
Seidemer is actually jumping on the show.
he is going to come on. All right.
I don't believe
Hold on.
it.
He called the wrong line. So let's see what's going on. Who's this?
Hey, I'm down front. Let me in. There is a big fat no to this free gravel nonsense. Anybody with an original Wheelman sticker on your car gets in free for the pits to Hudson. All
I
season long.
didn't hear anything.
Oh, all right. That means it pays to him.
Original Wheelman stickers.
All right, so you're
All
gonna
right, we'll
pay
put
for
it on your bill.
All right, perfect. You know what we'll do is we'll have a running tab at Hudson
that
Speedway.
guy's saying, but that
And
guy
thank
means
you to
nothing.
Original Wheelman Sticker for paying for
That's
anyone
right.
that has an Original Wheelman Sticker to come into the
That
pits.
guy-
He'll
that guy
pay for it.
Drinking, don't listen to him.
Kevin, did you find all those missing shirts I stole yesterday?
No, I'm trying to get all the SKUs off the site. Way to go. Officially out of shirts, thanks to Mark Beaudry.
Hey, man, I am handing those things out like candy on Halloween, buddy. Hey, Kevin Brown, I got to let you go. We got a show going on here.
See you later. I'm your
See ya,
replacement.
buddy.
B-Main Kevin Brown right there. There you are.
Be me, Kevin Brown. I like
Yes,
this.
yeah.
So,
B-Name Brown.
That's good.
B-Main Brown, yeah.
B-Main
my
Brown.
God, that's
Be
awesome.
Main Brown.
So coming up this week, other than the NHSTRA Quest for the Cup, $3,000 to win. That's a nice little purse right there. Brought to
Yeah,
you
it
by
is.
Apex Racing. You get the Young Guns, the Pure Stocks, the Mini Stocks, Late Models, Street Stocks, and of course the NHSTRA Modifieds. We're going to broadcast some racing, I think. We're going to try to have some fun.
Good.
So if anybody wants to come and help me, so we have a stick cam that we're going to put up in turn 2, and I need someone that's capable enough to help. the
I'd say
camera.
I'd help you, but
You're not going to Monadnock.
No, I actually want a day off because I was supposed to go to the lake house this weekend, but I had some family issues, so.
Oh, you're not going to the lake house?
No, well, I don't know. My grandmother is dying right now.
Oh,
sorry to
man,
hear
way
that.
to take the show down.
I know.
She's 97, dude, and she's had an awesome life.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, if I wind up staying home, it is what it is. Then I'll probably wind up going.
Got a
to
good reason
Monadnock,
for
but
it, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna see. So
Go enjoy it. I mean, go out and go up there.
I feel
Enjoy
bad,
it.
so
You got to get
that
it in.
stinks.
like I said, I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna go to the lake for a little bit at least, just because I need some relaxing.
Ben's burning the wick at both ends. guys.
Sorry.
I am.
So I will be there hanging out. We'll be doing the live show. I'm not sure what we're going to broadcast yet, but we're going to broadcast some racing, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to talk some smack in the process. So I wish we could get Buxton down there because she's great on the mic.
She had a great time on Sunday. I got home at 11:30 last. Oh, it was probably closer to midnight last night, and she's sitting there and she's watching the whole B-Main, and she was loving it.
So we actually, it took a while for people to find out where we were broadcasting from, but then we had people coming down and making faces, and
Yeah.
it was fun. It was interesting. It was a ton of fun to see how that works. So we had a little bit of camera issues. We got some stuff to figure out a little
First
bit
go,
more.
right?
First time broadcasting live, and we're not charging you a ton of money,
Well,
guys.
hey,
It's
first time
free.
we
New car
did this,
blues.
we had bugs in it too. So
Yeah. So if everybody knows me with techie stuff like this, I figure it out. So I got a little investment I got to make, about $700 for something but it's going to allow us to put a camera about 100 feet away from us.
Ben
so.
said he's got it. So it's good.
Ben and Kevin Brown buying my
Yeah.
HDMI transmitter. So
Oh, no. Here's the thing. He'll send us a bill every month. We all pay it. Actually, I wind up paying it, and then the tracks reimburse me. Well, some of the tracks are, well, that's a lot of money. Da da da. I go, you do realize
I
that
spend all my money on this
90% of that money that we give him, he dumps it back into the show.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
Like, okay, I'll admit, I threw in a little extra money for these because this makes a lot of life.
And those are going in
Sponsored by Bazowski Properties.
Those
the
are going
microphone.
next set. Those are leaving. So
Yeah, well, you got.
we have new headsets.
Yeah,
which are
yeah, I want
awesome.
the headsets will be way better. Then I can recline this thing. It'll be
About
awesome.
10 feet this way, guys, is a brand new inside NHSTR race site being built.
Yeah,
We can kind of give you a little.
Well, and the best part is, honestly, I kind of, you know me, I run a little wild with this stuff.
Yes, Ben
I-
did.
I
He sent
li-
me a picture of what he bought. And I was like, whoa.
I actually loved watching Top Gear. I loved their table with the, I think it was like a V12 engine.
Oh,
or
that's pretty
something on
sick.
it.
I seen some pictures
So
of that.
I found a guy that does V8 motors. It's got the pistons that hold the glass table up and everything. And I'm like,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
I'm like, that's going in there. And I got one that's like a side table with a crankshaft and everything. I go,
That
yeah,
was
this
pretty cool. Nah, I seen that. You showed me that.
I showed you
Mario.
that.
was
And
awesome.
then we're taking the fuzzy chair, the lounge chair, and I have a yellow chair that's about 30 feet that way in a
the
different room.
Beach Ridge chair.
That's going to be a fun, laid back
I-
time, that's for
So
sure.
That was part of the Beach Ridge auction.
Oh yeah, the one thing that I'm like, yeah, I don't need it.
The one thing you don't want.
The only thing I don't want, and then literally I didn't bid on anything else. And it says, oh, you won this. And I look at the chair. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, whatever.
about the
I'll-
great
We're being
so
asked
may
where
have
the
sat in that
brothel's
chair.
moving to. This building, guys, is
The brothel.
6,600 square feet. So there's a ton of room. My
big.
stuff is that way. My business is located that way. So the other stuff is going that way. This place is
No,
huge. so-
technically, we don't
it
even
is
use
very
we don't even use the downstairs.
yeah, I mean, there's the whole down. We actually should put it downstairs.
Actually, we could.
Put it right near the bathroom. That way we don't have to run
I
so
know, right?
far.
Oh, you
No
got
stairs involved.
public bathroom for all the people hanging outside.
No.
Charge a corner.
No,
No.
no,
No.
no.
I deliver in Nashua. No.
No. We made the news the other day. Our property here did.
Oh, did
I
you?
did.
It did, yeah. It was posted on WMUR. It had two guys, the two panhandlers, the one that had the sign that said, "Not gonna lie, just want beer," and the other one had a sign that said, "Just got divorced, need to get drunk." So it actually made WMUR. I just put that hand emojis like right in front of my studio.
Oh, jeez.
This is
That's
funny. You can see my sign in the background though. So
Hey,
good
well,
That's
on
all that
them.
matters. Free advertising.
So just want to, guys, reach out and let you know again, Cold Fire Industries, LLC, custom fabrication and powder coating, Brentwood, New Hampshire, 603-703-1568. Tell Poggy Mark Beaudry sent you from the Inside NHSTR Race
And
Show.
think of how
He'll
much
give you a deal.
Think of how much advertising he's getting for what? 3 boxes of pizza.
Way more advertising than I've given him in the 5 years I've raced for him. So
Poggy hooked us up, and he sponsored yesterday, too. So he did the broadcast as well. Don't
a man.
forget free chassis work, Justin Harris says. There's
Oh,
a
sweet.
story there, and I need to know. So...
yeah.
We're going to have some fun this weekend. We got to real quick get into Hudson results as well, because I want to talk a little bit more about that street stock race.
That was awesome.
That was insane.
So Ryan Nelson, big surprise, followed by Ryan McCarthy and Peter Jarrett.
Ryan
Hold on, time out here.
Oh boy, are you going to talk
So,
about this?
I'm gonna tell you.
He's gonna talk about this.
So Pete Jarrett, who he's new to this whole racing thing, but it's
Oh,
fun. I
boy.
used to race against. his
I
dad.
was wondering if you
This
were
is
gonna talk about
great.
this.
This is great.
I heard about
So,
Everybody heard about this.
He was actually in the wrong heat. So we wanted to bring him back to his pit stall. Well, he starts back up and he turns. Well, usually you just back straight up and then you can hook left and go. Well, he starts cutting right, and behind him is the cop car. He keeps going. The John Hennessy, my guy that's doing, he's looking at his lineups. He looks up and goes, no, stop. And he whales the throttle and just drills the cop car. And the cops are like, seriously? There were cool sports about it though, but they're like, really? Okay. So that was a funny little highlight of the day is a race car hit the cop car.
Hey, big shout out to Ryan Nelson though, getting that win. He's got so much extra weight on that car.
But
I don't know how he's doing it.
Honestly, I know when I was talking to Bob Williams, he goes, front wheel drive cars, adding weight actually helps.
We might have to take it away.
know,
Hey,
right?
Gotta start making his car lighter.
Bob Williams doesn't know what he's talking about.
We will be having the. Should we talk about the stickers that we'll have soon?
What, the hater weight sticker?
You guys are going to get some really cool LED stickers.
Well, for the
called
dwarf cars, yeah.
Mr. Harris is getting some hater weight
Getting
stickers.
some hater weight.
It's gonna be great.
And we're going to write hater weight on it, too. That's the best.
It's going to have the angry bird eyes on it. It's going to be so great.
51% is gonna make him puke.
So we do not have a picture for the mini stocks, but that was Ricky Facette, Gordon Farnham, and Bob Williams. Good on Gordon coming down and said it was like his second or third time running down here.
Yeah.
And
Beat Bob, so that's all that matters.
said he was getting ready for the belt
Bob.
race. Beat Bob. That's so nice. The love and support in this room. The Black Flagged Podcast Ridge Runners. We had Mike Doobie followed by John Provost and Tyler Johns. I think that was Tyler's first podium finish.
Yes, yes, it was.
Did you see John? Did you see John going through turn 3 completely sideways in the dirt?
Provost?
Provost, yeah.
I didn't get to see it. I was too busy with other
I'm
stuff.
looking. I go, oh my god, he's not letting off. He literally, I think he got spun where his nose was in the infield. He just rode it right up into the corner and hit the 32.
Oh, really?
Oh, not 30. No, is it 32 or is it who's the new car that showed up?
I'm bad with numbers.
Dwight Souther. I
was it
don't know his
23?
number.
23.
23.
23.
Yeah.
It's a wheelman too, Dwight Souther.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah. I
good,
mean,
yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, he was dedicated.
Yeah,
I like seeing that each week we see a new car,
Mm-hmm.
and it's growing and growing more.
It is.
And I like watching them because this is what street stocks should have been.
Yes.
Like, let's be honest.
This
here.
is what they used to be.
This
when I was
is what the
younger.
rookies
This
used
is what.
to be.
Yeah, this is what it used to
But
be.
rookies had street tires on them.
And with the last
Yes,
time I
they
talked
did.
to
Rookies
John,
had street
he
tires.
said this is the most fun he's had behind the wheel in a long time.
Yeah.
So let's keep that rolling, guys. Let's get this car count even bigger. So we have the street stocks, none other than David Greenslit, Chris Schroeder, and Justin Beecher. I gotta say something here right now. I think this is a hot take for me. I think 5 more laps, Schroeder would have had Greenslit.
Schroeder was on
all
a mission.
over him.
He was on a mission. And I didn't watch all the races. I was in the pace car. But when I watched, Schroeder was just car after car after car.
2 to
after
go.
just getting them.
2 to go, going into 3 and 4.
He was on 'em.
He was on the bumper pushing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he got loose in 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and then couldn't make it back up by the time the green flag hit.
Did it right though. He didn't.
I
move
talked
him,
to
didn't do
Schroeder at the end, and I go, man, you were all over him. He goes, you know what? He's so good to me. He's a good guy, and he races me clean. And he goes, I could have, really roughed him up, but he goes, I couldn't do it. And
anything. David's a good guy.
much
Dave's a real good
respect.
guy.
Dave's a great guy. He'll race you clean. And
Greenslit's great. He also helped me find a new group on Facebook that's really interesting with a lot of fun stuff on it. So I
Oh,
get like
Jesus.
Greenslit is great because what he
guy.
does is he pulls the pin on the grenade
Oh, yeah.
and then throws it
Yeah,
and then sits back and goes, oh, I'm going to watch this. And he does it so masterfully.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great watching him do that. So the Mighty Mike Lewis, this was the
24th running.
24th.
It's going to be bigger and better
Oh, yeah.
next year.
The 25th, we're planning it now.
Yes.
We're doing a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff.
That was probably the most fun street stock race I've seen in a long time.
It was awesome.
First caution was in 21 laps. Usually every
unreal.
time we have the Mighty Mike laps, usually it's within the first
Yeah, you
5 to
wait.
10 laps. It's a caution.
Well, after watching the Kevin Brown B main, I was like, oh, this is going to be a long race.
Oh,
And
man.
it wasn't. It was great.
No, it was excellent racing and a lot of respect. It's give and take.
A lot of credit to all those drivers. They
Yeah.
they gave each other a lot of room.
Huge shout out to the B main guys, though. You
That
guys
was-
put
that
on
was
a
awesome.
show.
Yes, they
Oh,
did.
that was a show.
Yes, they
And
did.
watching, it was Hayden Grenier and Kevin Brown that were battling
front.
for the lead.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the best battles I've seen for the lead in a
Oh,
long
it
time.
was awesome
Respectful racing.
Yep.
They leaned on each other just enough to have some fun. And I was actually hanging out with Kevin Brown in his pits, shocker. When Hayden came over, he was like, shook his hand, he was like, I had so much fun. That was amazing.
Hayden gave him enough room to where he
You
could
know-
make the top work. Like,
Yep.
it was awesome.
I was worried because all those cars, and I thought with this heat, this is only going to get people with tempers and fighting it off. And
No, we covered
not
that.
one fight. We had a
It
couple
just-
little
it smoothed over the
arguments.
dwarf
but,
cars.
Yeah, dwarf cars were in. You guys. Oh,
who,
boy.
hey, who actually was it that got? I mean, if you don't want to say his name, that's fine. We were all heading to lineup, and there was an angry guy going the opposite way that was 100% ready to fight.
I know who
in the
that
street
is.
stocks after
Yeah,
the
yeah.
feature.
I can give you the name.
That's fine. You don't have to say his name on here. I was
Uh,
like, I'm watching him come this way, and I'm like, oh, that guy's going to
He
fight.
is not a regular at Hudson Speedway, but he was heading towards the 51.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the 51 that was mad. He was going to the 51. He wasn't happy with him.
It was.
I just want to give the name.
I just saw.
but nah, I'll leave him.
I just saw him walking by, and every other guy that was in the dwarf car headed just the lineup.
I hear drama. and I'm just
That's
like,
going to
"Oh."
be a
He
fist
was-
fight.
I love it.
He flew over to Tech, and he was not happy.
All right, let's finish this up here real quick because we do have one of them in the room, even though we didn't see the end of it. Dwarf cars, we have Justin Harris,
Cheater.
George Helliwell, and Cody Hodgson.
Also a hack.
That 30.
Oh,
So, Helliwell had motor issues. I had a street bike that I bought,
Oh boy.
and this thing was a toilet. I mean, it was missing half the parts. And I said, hey, look, man, I know the transmission's good in this. I don't know how good the motor is in it. If you want to take it out and run it, go for it. I don't want to lose I don't want to lose a car. I mean, Jesus Christ. I should have just kept the motor.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
I don't know.
So if you left after the street stock race, because I get it was hot,
Yeah.
you guys missed a battle.
Oh, yeah.
These New England dwarf cars from the New England Dwarf Car Series,
Mm-hmm.
they went to battle.
Oh, yeah, big time.
We had numerous cars end up in the pits without front ends, sides, tires,
Or bent in half.
bent in half.
Yes.
Like there was a battle, and
Yeah.
those cars for the first time scared me. I've never seen them go so
They move.
fast.
They
Oh,
haul.
They move. They're pulling like late model. They're actually, aren't you guys faster than late models?
Oh yeah.
So that
We're
31
much faster than
race,
any
that
just
31 was moving too.
He,
Oh,
he
yeah,
won
Cody's
last
quick.
time there,
Yeah.
Cody.
He's quick. Yeah, he made a big change to the car before this week to try to make it even better, and it was much better. And he was good.
I loved it. I love seeing those things, but they do scare me.
Justin Harris, he was flying through
Kid's
the
an
field,
animal.
too.
Oh, yeah.
I missed something. I heard Justin there. He's in the chat. I think both of these parties are in the chat, so maybe I'll find out from one or the other. I thought I heard. So I was interviewing the street stock guys, so I wasn't able to hear everything. But I thought I heard Justin Harris say that he ran Helliwell dirty and he apologized. So I didn't see what happened. So Justin, what were you apologizing for, or were you asking for him to apologize?
He apologized.
I thought he said
That
like,
doesn't sound like him.
it's like I didn't mean to run you dirty, or that was dirty, and I know it, and I apologize. It was something. We'll come out later in the week when John gets that out. So it always makes me wonder. Like like I said before when I was off camera, I was like drama.
Well,
I love it.
it's funny because, Justin sets up his own cars and all, and he sets up a lot of other people's cars. And I asked him, hey, what do you do? He goes, oh, I have this old book
Yes.
that they don't have anymore. So me, because when I get home, I'm by myself. I start, instead of, looking up at
All right, here we go. Right here. I ran him low on a restart. I wasn't clear and made myself
he
clear.
did. He did say that. I forgot.
He said
He
that.
did.
He announced that
Yeah.
too, right?
That's
over
what he
and
said.
it
Something.
and
Yeah, that he was
apologized. That
saying
was
it from
awesome,
his interview.
Justin.
So
So
I was just curious.
So he's telling me that he had this old book that was just basically. I know he's probably getting mad at me because I'm going to look for this book now.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing. He just reads.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And he goes, "Oh yeah, it's an old book, but you're never going to find it." I went on Amazon and I found like 19 copies of it. I bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do the photocopy thing we talked about.
No, we don't have to do the
Thank
photocopy
God.
thing.
He's got the book too. He ain't lying. I've seen it. And
Yeah,
he
well,
goes-
it's funny because he sent me a
That's his
picture.
base.
Unless he just showed me some random book,
No, yeah.
which he might have. Which honestly, I would have done that.
Copy paste setups.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
That'll be on the car next week.
So I have 2 books. They can go to the highest bidder, whoever wants them.
Yeah. It's funny. He's talked to his chassis, the guy that built his actual car, and like the chassis guy, he calls it Pro Chassis out west. Great company, and they sit there and they laugh at him. They laugh at him when he tells them what he's doing.
Harmon said you only have one copy.
Oh yeah. Because I told him he could buy the other one, but I mean,
Looks like you've been outbid, Harmon.
Well,
He's now 3 comments. That's mine.
Here's a question for you, Tom. Who is your toughest competitor out there that you go, oh boy, he's the
Halliwell's
next
so
guy
correct.
you got to get by? Who would
Halliwell
you
says,
say?
I don't set up mine. I
Like-
just send it.
Like
Like you're coming up, say you're 5th, and you see your toughest competitor is now 4th, and you got to work around him. Who would you say your toughest one is to get around? And the one that just your toughest one that you
I
go,
mean,
oh boy.
Justin's got to be right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of where the difference between these cars and when they were 5 years ago
Yeah.
is the fact that we're all really, really close now.
Yes.
We're all going faster, and we're all really, really close. So it's really tough to pass without making contact, and we're all trying to. Even if you're 2/10 quicker, it's really tough to make a pass. And but Justin's right there. Like Justin, I see him on the whether he doesn't have to be in front of me.
Yeah.
I look at him and he's behind me, and it's funny racing each other at Riverside last year. Really, like I know it's him. He'll get to the back bumper, and he'll just go, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah, just give you that.
Hey, buddy, I'm here. Just so you know, and it's and somebody else can do the same thing, and I'll know it's not him.
Well,
It's weird.
There's a ton of talent, and
A real lot of talent.
I can't believe the talent that's there. And a lot
One
of
thing I
wheelmen
like
in
about
that
you
class.
guys is you all help each other out.
100%.
The best thing though is I can remember 10, 15 years ago, running over at Hudson Speedway that, I'm going to use the word,
Oh, don't even
the
say it.
bad word, the CL. I won't even finish it.
All right.
But
you have to
they,
tell me
they
this
used
word
to be
after.
called the caution
Classic
lights. They
lights.
were,
Oh, I did hear
I
this
said it.
before.
they were the caution lights. They
Yeah.
were terrible. Like no one could
it's
keep
tough
it going.
because
Was it the tires back then?
It's
or what
definitely
was
the
it?
tires was huge. The tires, the
Give
single
a shout out to this company. What is it?
American Racer makes the best tire that can be put on a race car. It is dumb that it took so long for us to get us on these tires, these dwarf car.
Next week should be
They were
sponsored by American
They
Racer.
were made for
Made
dwarf
for a dwarf
cars.
car.
Literally, it says on the tire, dwarf car.
It's literally stamped New England dwarf car, and it has NEDF has been on that tire. White Mountain's was using it before they went to Hoosier, but that was a whole other situation that has nothing to do with the tire. I got to get on this tire for the first time 2 years ago. They were 5 years old and hadn't been run in a year and a half. And I went to Thunder Road and was the sixth fastest car out of all of them, and ran 250 laps that day and didn't lose a tenth.
That's nuts.
It's dumb. They don't give up. This tire is amazing. It's unreal what it's done for us.
For those cars, that tire is the best for that.
Ben
for
must
that
have probably when he first knew that he was taking over the series, he hated me.
Oh,
Because
boy.
I was
didn't hate you.
well, I was on him. I was on him hard. I'm like, dude, you need to be on those tires. I was telling Harmon, I'm like, make sure.
you know who you can thank is Mike Humphrey.
I will thank Mike Humphrey every day of the week because
When I called Mike and said, hey, look, I'm taking over the Classic Light Series. I'm going to put them back. I told him the whole thing, and I said I'm going to call them dwarf cars because everyone knows what a dwarf car is, and I know you run the American Racer tire. Why don't you and me get together? We'll work on the rules, get everything all similar, and I'll run the same tire as you. It's not going to affect us. If anything, it'll probably help you because if we get our regular guys,
Yep.
that if we're not running, they could just go to you and buy a tire.
Because up until this year too, like if we wanted to go race at Mike's racetrack, we had to buy a whole other set of tires. It was
That's a pain.
It was and not that he'd make us. It's just that's the disadvantage of the tire. So you had to go and you had to get another set of tires. Now everybody's on the same page. Everybody can work together. We're trying to get more some guys to go up there this weekend. To try to get a
All right,
race.
here's
up
a
there.
question that I'm curious about. What are you guys getting at top speed at the end of the straightaway at like Hudson with these things?
I'd probably guess like 70.
I was guessing around 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
just
fastest
get
lap?
Dennis out
The
there with a gun.
Outlaws, when we ran Outlaws, we were going close to 75, 80, and you guys are doing close to that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's 2 to 3 tenths, like Justin's saying. 2 to 3 tenths Americans versus Hoosiers.
What's your fastest track with those?
So feel wise,
Speed wise.
speed wise was Wiscasset when we went to Wiscasset. That is the hands down the I think the fastest racetrack. Feel wise, Riverside is.
I've
that
seen
place,
some,
Hudson Speedway on steroids.
I've seen some Justin
Riverside
footage
is
from
nuts. I seen
up
you
at
guys.
Riverside, and it's crazy looking.
Oh yeah.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild. You barely lift. You lift just for a second for the car to set, and you're right back to the throttle. So it's pretty crazy.
Man,
We really wanted to do a late model versus dwarf car challenge up there,
Oh,
but
God.
Mike said, well, what happens if there's just not intentionally, you guys just touch wheels or anything.
Yeah,
And
they'll
we-
mow it right over.
and we said, well, we'd die. So that's that's a good idea. We shouldn't do that.
I mean, it would be cool to see, but
yeah, it would be. So we thought about Harmon and
dangerous.
Renfrew when they
That
did
video's awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We thought about that. And we're like, this would be really cool to do it up there, and we just didn't want to.
Well, I know out west. I don't know if someone was telling me about it, but what they did was they took like a dwarf car and a 350 Super, and they made like little mini 350 Supers with 1000s, push start only. You
Really?
literally sit in it, the motor's off to the side with the wing on it and everything, and they're nuts.
That's
The reason why I think they stopped doing it is because people were literally getting killed.
So
that's
Harmon
cool.
says they're 80 at Hudson, and I think
80.
he has that.
He's probably on his GoPro.
he has
probably
the
does it.
GoPro
Yep.
footage.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
He says his mini stock was 70, 75, and he's over 80 with the
Yeah.
New England.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so that's pretty.
Yes, New England
That's
Dwarf Car
crazy.
Series.
Let's just say dwarf
guys
car.
are
That's
doing
what
that
they are.
Ah, so close. I'm trying to say it correctly. I always Hudson International Speedway and New England Dwarf Car Series. I try to get it
And
all out
you
there.
really don't think about it at all when you're in the car until you're 6 feet in the air, and then you go, "Oh, okay, I guess I was." Going fast."
What, all right, I have to ask you since we haven't talked about that. What was going through your head?
This is going to be expensive.
Close your eyes.
I did, and then I opened them because I was still actually a little bit wide, like on the throttle, and I heard it, and I was like, "Oh, lift, idiot!" So it's like you just brace. You're trying to brace yourself for the impact, and my foot was still on the gas. So
You think that had something to do with your axle letting go? That couldn't have helped it.
It definitely didn't help. me and Poggy were talking about on the way. He's like, it's one of the, we checked it 100% before. We've known that axle has been twisted for a long time, so we checked it. And
I love that you knew this.
Oh yeah,
you just left it. You said 4 years. You've run that with
4 years.
messed up axle.
Yeah. So that's been, and it's we definitely checked it, went over it, and there was no significant like cracks or anything like that. But I'm sure landing it 6 feet from 6 feet in the air did not help.
All right. Helliwell says with his late model, he was running 14.0s. His dwarf car from last night were 14.2s.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
We've run O's on
That is
Americans.
nuts.
Last night was slow with a dwarf car.
Yeah.
You keep saying how fast it was. We were slow yesterday.
They looked. Maybe it's the lights. Like people were commenting on some of our videos. They're like, "When did Hudson get lights?"
I
Guys,
saw it, yeah.
Hudson has lights, and it's amazing.
The only problem is I'm missing a few. Because,
What happened to turn 2?
Yeah.
Turn 2 didn't matter.
No, because what happened was the stupid LED panels fried out. So I had the electrical company come and take them off, but the only problem is that they're waiting for the manufacturer to replace them because everyone's on back order.
All right, so I'm going to throw the shout out there again. I will be at Monadnock this weekend. We're looking for 1 or 2 people to give us a hand. I need a GoPro person to help me out, start and stop GoPros. And we're looking for someone to maybe shuffle around a couple drivers because we will be broadcasting live from Monadnock Speedway. So it should be fun. It will be also, so we're going to simulcast it. So it's going to be on the Inside NHSTRA page that we do right here. So it will be right on the Nastra page, and it will also be on the NHSTRA YouTube page. So YouTube will actually, guys, be getting it in 4K. So Facebook really crushes what we put out, but we will be broadcasting full 4K on the YouTube page. So check it out. If you're not on that YouTube page, all our GoPro footage, all of the unedited everything goes on that page. So if you see, we usually put out 5 to 6 GoPros at every event I'm at. They all go on the YouTube page. So, I mean, sometimes those drivers pull off. Like Pork Chop pulled off in a couple laps last night. Kevin Brown did make it. So those are like 6-minute videos. But
Poor Pork Chop. He was literally so the yellow
car was fast.
So the yellow comes out
yeah,
and the
it
thing's blowing water, and all I can see is he's probably looking at his gauge, going, "It's fucking too." Or sorry, it's too.
Yeah, I'll hit the button. Here you go. There you
There
go.
we go.
There it is.
It's 240. I'm coming in, and Dad's standing there on the corner going, "No, you're good, stay out." And he's probably like, "Whatever." So then they throw the green again. It's still pushing water, and he comes over and he goes to pull in, and he's like, "No, you're good." And he's like, "No, I have to come in."
You can see it in the video. It goes, whoosh.
Yeah.
Right. You can see
it's
it.
like,
It's like, ah.
And Austin, he's very animated. He wants to
yeah.
win, and
Yeah.
just the disappointment. He wanted
I'm
that
sure.
bad yesterday.
Yeah, he's won that before, correct?
Yes, he has.
He's won it 3 times, hasn't he? 2
Uh,
or 3.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah, it's at least twice.
But I
That
knew
car-
he really wanted it.
That car was fast too.
That was.
Yeah, it's really stinks to see. So, all right, see if there's anything else in the chat. We're actually gone long. This show has flown by.
I say,
so.
we're,
How long we been on for?
We're
Hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
We
Wow, it
started a
seems
little
like-
late. It's fine.
We started early. We
Oh.
started a minute early today. So, guys, this has been an absolute pleasure having you on there, Joey Chitwood. We got to get you back on.
I had a blast. Thank you.
So, you get you back here. What are you
Absolutely.
gonna? Where can everybody who's a fan of Tom Harwood find you racing next?
So Friday night we'll all be at Lee cheering on Katie. So she'll be in the Del Sol, Andrews Del Sol racing, and so we'll all
How
be
cool
there.
is that? That
It's so-
I love that.
It's so awesome because I honestly, when it comes to front wheel drive stuff, I'm lost. I'm just so
You're not the only one, trust
I'm
me.
so lost. I try and I'm just bad. So Andrew took her under, takes care of her and gives her a really really good piece car that can win every week.
That's great to see. I might make the trek up. I don't know.
Should.
I maybe I will because if there's free cookies up there, I mean I can't resist.
I got to go to Claremont. King of the Hill, which you didn't mention.
I did mention it
Did
3
you?
times.
I remember. I'm so tired from yesterday.
Welcome to my
NHSTRA
world
King of
where
the
you
Hill
can't remember
Enduro
anything.
this Friday night at Claremont. There's fireworks at Claremont. There's fireworks at Lee. And
Yeah, you did mention
there's
it. I'm
fireworks at Monadnock. So if the fireworks are your thing,
Yeah.
they will be there. And I guarantee the NHSTRA King of the Hill Enduros is going to have some fireworks of its own. Because
But none
they
at
never let
Hudson
go.
because we're on vacation.
I know. I was
I'll
doing
be
the
down
schedule.
the
And there's
side
You guys
nothing
are
wrong
off.
with
Oh,
it.
you guys are fully off Sunday?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, that's
every
awesome.
year we take it off because honestly, our crew and everyone deserve.
Trust me when I tell you, I'm looking forward to the break, and we left on a high note.
We did.
Great crowd, great car count. Everything was going good. And we're
I
going
do
for the
find
break.
it funny that Hudson races on Cup Day, but they take off 4th of July.
And are you
We do good
hold
on Cup Day.
Are
We
you
really
racing
do.
Oxford 250 Sunday this year?
No, we took it off.
No, we took it off.
Took it off this year.
So there's no racing, but what it is that we have are the drift guys.
I still haven't heard from him. And the drift guys, I'm trying to get something
So
going.
we have is mainly just like, it's like
Grant wants to be at Oxford too. So how about
Well, that's just it. If we don't
Never
hear,
been.
If we,
Well, you know what? I mean, if
if we don't hear
listen,
from him, honestly, we'll just cancel it.
absolutely. But it doesn't matter if we can get this drift car thing going. I would do it in a second.
Yeah,
but you know what? I do like going up for Oxford weekend.
Actually,
That's for sure.
I got to get a campsite. I got my camper all set.
250 weekend? It's nothing better.
Yeah, it is a
And-
good time.
A bunch of us are going to be.
Well, he's got a week to get a hold of me. If not, I'll reach out
bet
to him.
any-
Try to see. Hey, if you're listening from the drift cars, you got to reach out to me. Let me know what's going on.
Yeah, so there's going to be a bunch of us cheering on Derek Griffith too when he makes his return to Xfinity very shortly here. So,
It's a couple weeks.
in the Hudson Speedway Xfinity car.
and this
That's
thing
awesome.
Wild.
is that I've seen.
The one I showed you, I think it was a sketch from a while ago, but I am the primary sponsor for that.
That's awesome,
That's
Ben.
awesome.
We'll be hanging out. I was gonna come hang out with you guys, but I'm gonna work it with my other job that I do. But I'm debating bringing some podcast equipment up and hanging out in the Xfinity garage and maybe doing a live show if we can pull it off.
Honestly, I mean, I can ask Sam Hunt, the guy that owns the car, if we could do it in his trailer. He's a real dude. He's like 25. He's wicked young. I'm like,
I hate that
seriously?
because it shows how many
Right?
ways I went wrong in my life. I'm mid 40s and I
he
post a
actually might-
podcast.
he might not care. He might not care. I'll reach out to him and I'll ask.
So if not, we'll just do it out in the parking lot or something because I do have this set up now. Well, I know the lady who runs the media up there too, so I know the passcode for the Wi-Fi, so we're all set.
Perfect.
Just me see if I have more comments coming in.
What I do wrong now?
No, Katie's volunteered to come help me at NASCAR.
Oh, that's good.
That one I don't need help for. I'm one of the two guys. from
What?
the-
You don't need a big helper for that one?
No, I'm one of the two people that go from where I take pictures from for that. So there's only two of us that get approved every year there. So this has been a fun show.
Yes.
Buxwood Racing. So you guys going to see Katie Buxton racing Friday.
And I might try to get it back together to go to Riverside Saturday. I'm trying, Mike. We'll see what we can do.
What do you need?
I just need an axle.
Guys,
Get him an
he
axle.
needs an axle.
8-bolt, 29 inches long, please and thank you.
That's what she said. Guys, if there's a ton of you out here, I mean, we have like a ridiculous amount who are actually still watching this late in the show, and the comments are just going doot, 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 doot. So that's why I
love
kind of haven't
y'all.
slowed down. So, Ben, we won't see you this weekend. You're going to take a much needed time. So between Claremont, Lee, and Monadnock, you guys can't go wrong. This is going to be a fun, action-packed race, a weekend of racing. So there are a ton of sirens going on outside here. So we're going to
Welcome to Nashua.
They're
welcome
waiting
to
for us
Nashua,
outside.
guys. So another reminder, we do broadcast live here every 7 p.m. You guys are more than welcome. We have a ton of room.
Bring
The
the
new-
pizza.
Yeah.
The new studio is a lot better of a setup, and it's going to have a lot more room.
When
so
are we
super
going into
excited.
that one? When's that happening?
Once Ben brings the stuff up here,
Yeah, once I bring everything over.
Oh, okay.
I have a hoarding problem. Like, it's surprise, surprise. So instead of moving this setup, I actually just bought a whole new podcast setup so we can leave this one still
Just
in
as a
place.
room
So-
full
And
of
honestly, if
pink songs over
someone
there.
if someone does want to do their own podcast,
Yes.
Mr. Beaudry here is going to
do
be
them right in this office.
you do them right in this office. We can change whatever you need. So
So make sure you reach out to me too. That rent bill comes due pretty quick. So my landlord is really stiff. So
I haven't
yeah.
gotten a check yet.
No.
Oh.
No. We work on hopes and dreams here in the Inside NHSTRA studios. Guys, we'll see you next week. Have a good one.